Hello, my lovelies. I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, why are these 3 balls of yarn sitting in front of me? Well, I received these, I believe, from, I don't know, one of the companies, the mystery boxes, and they gave me 5 of each of these. I'm not sure that they're unidentified flying fibers. I think there's some wool. They do have a smell to them that really screams wool, and which is not unpleasant, but not something I would want in a bottle to spray on myself when I was going out to dinner. So anyway, what I'm doing with these is our beautiful Ursula from OMGRANNY Square just put out a tutorial for this really cool vintage like granny sweater or pullover. And I had these yarns and I'm thinking this would be enough to hopefully make that sweater, because I don't know the yardage. It didn't make a difference whether I knew the yardage or not, because I don't know how to figure that stuff out. So I did start making it. I'm not done, and mine looks completely different from Ursula's. But let me take these out of the way. They're like a 4-weight, but this is what I've been working on. And hers is a 3-weight or maybe even a 2-weight. I think it's a 3-weight. And I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing in the picture. These furs are not even from my animals. They're from the fiber itself. But I'm going to link, I will grab that tutorial and link it below, because you really got to see what she's made as opposed to what the mess I've made. Hers here, this design that you see here, hers is just beautiful and thin, and then the rest of the sweater, she uses the same color yarn. You know, these are different, and it's a pattern in front, and then she uses like a mustard color for the rest of the sweater, and then on the bottom and at the end of the sleeve, she kind of has them flared out a little bit with that same pattern that she has in the breast area. I, however, because I don't know about like how much yarn and whatnot, I ended up being unsure that I would have enough yarn of one of the colors to do this, so I just kept alternating. So this is kind of the front piece, and I've got the neck around here. And what I did a little bit different, because I don't know what I'm doing, is I added more rows here to tighten up the neck area. So on the very top row, I started with a chain of 40 and then incorporated it into the top row. So at the very top, and then after you're done, chain 40, duh. And then at the very top, I could tie that. So that's what that is about. Now, this section here with hers, I haven't gotten that far along onto the tutorial yet to find out how she joined it. But what I did here, and I'm going to undo it because it'll be too much going on. But originally, before I did the top, this would have been the top, and I weaved almost like a shoelace into these stitches back and forth. So this could have tied if it weren't for the fact that I decided to connect this top. So I'll do something else for the joining of these besides this shoelace thing. But the sleeves, I'm not done with the sleeves. I've got a lot more to go. I'm going to leave them big and full like this because I just think that adds to the vintage look of it. And the bottom, I may need a few more layers on the bottom. I don't know until, well, I'm going to do the sleeves first, and then I'll worry about adding onto the bottom. And then, of course, the other sleeve, which I crochet simultaneously. So I need to do these 2 more colors on here, or the blue and the, no, I lied. This side, I need to put that row. Otherwise, they're the same rows because we're simultaneous. Anyway, Ursula, I'm so loving doing this pattern. And, oh, yeah, the back. Let me show you. And then the back is just one big granny square. And up to here, and then on the shoulders, it kind of flaps over, so you have this on the back of the neck. Anyway, I'm totally digging this. This is a lot of fun. It's not a lot of brain work, and it's going to be really cool. And the colors are really cool because they're old vintage Americana. So I thought those worked well. So what else have I been making? Okay, so hopefully I've already put up the video of that little, I think I did, the little fake mini Addy machine that has no name on the company. And I purchased, all right, this is purchases, but I need to show you these first. This is just kind of a gag gift somewhat for Rusty's. It's showing up very yellow. It's not. This is like blinding orange. It's crazy how muted it is there. It is blinding. These are just like the shorter shorts that go up, like the old 80s, like shorts that they wore for basketball. So these are for Rusty's other half, Craig. And he loves, this is what I did grab originally, but he loves the tank tops. And he wears a lot of camouflage. Yeah, that's nowhere near. I mean, this is like sunglasses to look at it. So it's a big old tank top. And then Rusty found the matching shorts. So I was like, I had to get this for him. And it's a good thing he doesn't really watch our channel, so he won't know. So anyways, I got that. And then I thought, okay, well, what does that need? It needs a pair of its own socks. And even these are showing up so dull. So I did on the that little fake Addy thing, I did some little socks. This is the yarn is the Hobie Trevoli. It's 100% acrylic. And there's what, it's 50-gram ball. And I wanted to tell you the yardage because, yeah, if I could find it. Why, we really need to find this information. Duh, it's right there. 191 yards or 175 meters. So I got a pair of socks out of one ball. Anyway, so I did that, and you could see, like, you can see that stitches that are, I mean, if I don't pull on it, you'll see it better. Can you see where, like, some of the stitches are not catching as well? But like I said, for the price that I paid for that and for the purpose I'm using it, it's fine. And then I added on the top, because I can't knit, so I just crocheted with some, actually I have that yarn here, I'll show you that in a sec, but I just crocheted the tops, so it's maybe a little more fitting, but also it matches with the outfit. And I probably do a hat to go with it too. Even though it's a summer outfit, I might do a winter hat because it just works with it. And he'll be sporting that around. All right, so what else? So with that yarn, since we're on that yarn, I know I showed you one other pair of the booties. And this is the Impeccable, which is what I used on that. And I already made another pair of booties with this. And I got this for $2 at Ollie's. First and only time I've ever been there, coming back from Connecticut. And I'm making another pair of booties. This pair here, I have, this is the left foot. That's why it's got that in there. This one here I'm making a little bit wider, and I'm using a tinier crochet hook. This is a 4mm hook. So they're really going to be very tight stitched. And I'm just starting the heel area, and there again I'm trying something different, and I haven't looked at any tutorials or anything, so I'm just kind of like figuring this out in my head. So on these, on the top of the foot, I put 2 stitch markers to where my ankle starts, and then I'm going to just go back and forth, you know, like to that point, up to that point, and then I'm just going to go, I'm just single crocheting because I want it to be nice and tight and warm, and I'm going to just go back and forth to until it goes under my foot to the back of my foot, or whomever foot this is for. So you, like I said, these are definitely just for people that I know, because I'm going to be touching their feet, or they'll be putting them on for me. And then I'm just going to keep doing that back and forth. So it'll be an opening on the top, and then whatever length hits the back of the heel, and then I'll stitch that up and back. So I'll have like a little pointy piece in back, but who cares? And then around the top, I'll perhaps stitch around so it kind of goes up onto the ankle. But yeah, so that's what I was doing this last night until I had to turn the lights off, and because that man who sleeps in my bed was napping. Well, he gets up very early, so I got to let him have his sleep. So that's one thing I'm working on. So I guess this is whips. And then the night before last, I had, with this Hobie Trevoli, I would say Trevoli yarn, I tried to make knit up with both of the full skein of yarn to make double thick socks like I did with those purple ones. If you've seen that, I just did double thick with the purple socks. And right at the end, it just lost its stitches, and I took it off the machine and wound the balls up. So I really, because since you need it to be really just loose yarn, I think trying to use that machine with a ball bouncing around might be more difficult than pulling it out of the inside of a skein. So I said, oh, I'll just crochet something, and I happened to have had that same little hook that I'm using with the slippers, and I just didn't really even know what I was doing, and I just did like a magic circle, and I added some, and then I made a little head, and then I decreased, and then I put on some little crazy eyes, and then I'm doing this sideways to show you that I did some increases in the front, and not a little bit in the back, but more in the front to give it a tiny bit of a, let me move that so you can see it, a bit of a belly. And then as I went down the back, right at the buttocks area, I gave it a little bit of increases to give it a little poof there. So now what this little creature will be getting are perhaps 2 arms and 2 legs. I haven't really thought it out. I'm just kind of doing it as I go along. But anyway, on that note, yeah, that's a few of the things I'm working on. I just have like a lot of little things here and there and pick up what I feel like doing. I still haven't finished the puzzle, the yarn chicken sweater that I made, but I definitely have enough yarn to finish that. I just have to tie in the ends, I think. Otherwise, I think I'm pretty much done with that. And that really beautiful oranges color hooded sweater that I made with the toy box yarn. I think it was Lincoln Log. That I still haven't put the pockets on, because I gotta like lay it out to do that, and I should probably do it while I'm sitting at the table. So that might be what I'm doing after I do this video. Anyway, that's pretty much what I've been up to. Yeah. Hey, love you guys. Thanks for watching. I think I'm going to turn this off and do a sock yarn giveaway just so I can do that. Because I can. Because I'm in control of some of the things in my life. Hey, love you guys. Be well and see you real soon.